Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is WireDogSec, back with another video for you guys. Today's video, we are going to take a look at this article that is provided by Fortune, but is hosted on this Yahoo Finance site. Okay, it says, the soft skills crisis. 1 in 4 execs wouldn't even think of hiring an entry-level Gen Z grad. So let's go ahead and dive into it and see what they're talking about here. Says one thing both bosses and workers can agree on: entry-level workers aren't cut out for the job. Fewer than half of the workers, 48%, and just 12% of mid-level executives think today's entry-level workers are adequately prepared for the workforce, according to a new report from General Assembly, a technology education provider. The biggest factors driving this lack of confidence: managers polled feel new workforce entrants don't have the requisite soft skills like communication, collaboration, and adaptability needed to thrive at work. Now, this goes back to what I'm sure I've said on here several times, or at least referenced it in some way. And I know that other people in the industry have talked about this as well. Soft skills, okay? You don't just need technical skills to get into this industry and potentially land a job, but you need soft skills as well. Now, what does that mean? That means what they're just talking about here: communication, collaboration, and adaptability. Okay, you need to be able to communicate well. Can you determine what the business needs are? Are you able to translate tech or geek speak into business risk and such? Collaboration, working with other teams, working with other people. Are you able to do that? Are you able to work independently by yourself or with a group of people? You have to fit well within the environment, especially when it comes to like a culture fit for your team. Adaptability. Now, what does that mean to me? That means that are you able to make the correct movements when things don't go your way? Let's say that someone throws a wrench into your project or whatever task you're trying to get done. Now, what are you going to do? Are you going to sit there and just whine and cry about it, or are you going to take the initiative, adapt to the situation, and then ultimately accomplish the task at hand? All right. Like I said, that's just life. You're going to run into roadblocks, so you need to be adaptable to whatever situation is thrown your way. All right, let's continue on. The entry-level employee pipeline is broken. Jordan Hathaway, General Assembly's chief business officer, wrote in a statement, companies must rethink how they source, train, and onboard employees. For bosses committed to tackling the issue, there's no shortage of evidence-based approaches to beefing up workforce readiness. Hathaway added technology apprenticeships and skill training programs, for example, provide employees with experience that mimics a real-world environment, allowing them to build communication and collaboration skills alongside technical skills. Yeah, that would be great, but now you do have a phone. Pretty much everyone you see has a phone in their hand, right? Which is like a computer, basically. And on that phone, you have access to the internet and other resources out there, YouTube and such. So you can go out and Google stuff. You even have these chat GPTs and other similar products out there that can help you out and help you build these valuable soft skills that can help you out in the industry. For the report, General Assembly surveyed 1,180 workers across the U.S. and U.K., as well as 393 VPs or director level managers. Nearly 1 in 4 of those executives said they wouldn't hire today's entry level employees. About 23% of all employees at all levels said the same thing, including 1 in 3 baby boomers. Missing the real value. And even the entry level workers can tell they're missing something crucial. 2 in 5, 40% of Gen Z respondents, many of whom are the new hires in question, say that lacking soft skills is a major shortcoming in their career advancement. Also high on the list, according to both executives and workers, are technical skills and coming into work with the right attitude. Now, coming into work with the right attitude costs you absolutely nothing. Okay, just come in with a positive attitude. I know that sometimes people have bad days and stuff like that, but just try to keep the negative energy, the drama at home, out of the work environment, because you bring that into the work environment, it just causes issues and just brings down the entire team. And as for the shortcomings, like I said earlier, you have the internet at your fingertips on your phones. You just needed to um, take a look at your time management, how you're spending that. Are you spending that on nonsense stuff that's not going to be productive to your situation? Like you're on social media browsing a bunch of nonsensical items, or you're on the internet using like YouTube to try to find something that can help you improve your skill set to make you more valuable to potential employers, clients, etc. Let's continue on. Then again, it's not entirely younger folks' fault, workers' fault. Many spent their college years in pandemic lockdowns, hamstrung by canceled internships, or fully remote. roles and thus missed opportunities for networking and in-person professional mentoring. Now that is true. Like I said, you have roadblocks in life, and not everything's going to go your way. And this is a prime example here: pandemic lockdowns, canceled internships, and fully remote roles. Blah blah blah. Now this comes back down to what I was talking about: adaptability. Okay, you have a situation going on, a problem. How are you going to solve that problem? Okay, and it goes back to the resources at your fingertips, using the internet to find things out there. There's Discord groups you can join. You can try to find a mentor out there to have like a video conference call or something like that. Now it's not the same as in person, but it's something until things have blown over, right? 1 in 3 executives in similar share of employees agree that employees don't provide adequate training for new hires, effectively setting them up for failure or at least underperformance. Now, okay, that could be true, but like I said, that are you gonna let yourself fail, or are you gonna depend on other people to pretty much like spoon feed you everything? And you shouldn't do that. You should be out there taking the initiative and trying to work on yourself, improving your own skill set. As it says here, depending on wherever you go, the on the job training and stuff, they may not teach you soft skills or relevant skills to help you succeed in whatever role you're going to get into, which is very unfortunate. Among the companies that actually do set aside a budget for training, stipends, or funds, nearly half said employees sometimes rarely or never use them. That's likely due to lack of motivation or time, or maybe even the sense that they're not the problem. And some of this is partly due to a manager problem. You should have like face-to-face conversations with your manager, or face-to-face one-on-one meetings with your manager, frequently to determine where you're at in your progression in your job, et cetera, et cetera. As for training budget, you should try to utilize whatever training budget you have, so that you can try to use that as a use case to ask for more budgets the next fiscal year or what have you. And also, like I said, don't depend on these companies to give you training. Okay, sometimes you just have to save up and then invest into yourself to pay out of pocket. Like most of my certifications I have, I paid out of pocket. Pretty much, yeah, pretty much all of them, I paid out of pocket myself, because I'm not just going to let a company dictate what I'm going to learn in my career, because that's going to slow down my career progression and not get me where I need to be going. Let's continue on. Interestingly, U.S. and U.K. employees diverged somewhat on the issue. U.K. employees were more than twice as likely to believe the government bears some responsibility for job preparedness than American workers. U.K. bosses were 7 times more likely than U.S. bosses to say the same. Despite AI, soft skills still reign supreme. Even as the future becomes increasingly digitalized, the human touch remains vital. General Assembly's report finds that's been echoed by a smattering of recent reports. A Harris poll carried out exclusively for Fortune in January found that 82% of managers said their Gen Z higher soft skills require more guidance, time, and training. They also think Gen Zers often have unrealistic workplace expectations like speedy promotion, timelines, ample room for flexibility, or consistent work-life balance, and they're harder to train in soft skills than in technical skills. Now, that could be true. All right, I know there's a lot of stuff out there on the internet, on social media, YouTube and stuff. You got all these people out here posting these videos like, oh, you can make six-figure income after taking this fancy boot camp, blah, 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 and you'll just move the ladder, just do X, Y, and Z. Okay, now look, I am here to be realistic with y'all. I'm not here to blow smoke up wherever the sun doesn't shine, okay? I'm not here to lie to you. That does not benefit me at all. I'm a realist by nature. And this is absolutely true. Depending on the organization, you can have a slow promotion pathway, but do not let that stop you. Whenever you have your organization, start tracking your major accomplishments there, so that when you do your one-on-ones or your performance review with your manager, you can bring that up. Say, hey, I accomplished X, Y, and Z, did this and that, and I want to request a promotion or maybe a pay raise, or even ask your manager the pathway of getting promoted to the next level. That's a big thing. That is a big thing. If you know the pathway, you know what you need to accomplish or go above and beyond in order to get promoted to the next level. Um, Consistent work-life balance. Now, if you work in cybersecurity, that's just the way it is. Okay, there's going to be long days. There's going to be days that are not as good as the previous days. Okay, a lot of times you might not even be on the 40-hour work week, which is considered to be normal. Sometimes you'll be working overtime, and if you're on salary, well, you know how that goes. Sometimes you'll be working 50 hours, 60 hours, depending on the situation. It could be a big, huge data breach going on, a cybersecurity incidents, what have you, and you'll have to work late. Like I said, that's just the nature of the job. So work-life balance is important, but you need to take into account that not everything is going to be perfect. Okay. So it's harder to train in soft skills than technical skills. Now that may come down to communication issues. Maybe there's a disconnect between the manager and the employee at hand. A September 2024 study by workplace education platform Pearson found that communication, the most in-demand soft skill, was mentioned in 110 million job listings, while data analysis and AI skill appeared in only 9 million. Right, you have to be able to communicate effectively with the business, okay? You can't be smoking and joking like you're talking to a high level executive or a director, like you're talking to one of your buddies off the streets, okay? You have to know how to um, talk professionally and know how to write effectively as well. And you can learn this stuff. Just get on Google and just Google how to improve my communication skill. And I'll jump over to something called Toastmasters International, which can help you out in that area as well, especially if you want to go into like public speaking and stuff like that. But let's go ahead and continue on. Plus, in a recent Deloitte study, workers put teamwork as their number one valued skill. Like I said, you got to be that good culture fit in your team, okay? Followed by communication and leadership. Only in fourth place did a more technical skill, coding, make the list, followed by data analysis. Of course, data analysis plays an important part. You have to make decisions based off data, preferably. Okay, those are how you're going to make the best decisions throughout your career in life, etc. Many Fortune 500 companies are already heeding the call. Microsoft, for one, has partnered with virtual education platform Coursera to offer workers courses and certificates in hard data analysis and soft communication skills alike. Accenture CEO Julie Sweet has prioritized continual learning from her first day on the job, and this year her company bought Udacity, an AI learning platform akin to Coursera, to build on that mission and prioritize upskilling. That's awesome. I love it. I love hearing stories like this when these companies are actually taking the time and money to invest into their employees to keep them and also, treat them a lot better and help them succeed in their career. Even if they don't stay at that particular company, they can still use the skills learned to apply and be a productive member of the community. Companies that put too much stock in technical training are the expense of, or training at the expense of, enduring human capabilities like divergent thinking, emotional agility, and resilience can end up impeding innovation and leaving employees ill equipped to lead teams, adapt to market opportunities, and fully harness the potential of technology. Anthony Stefan, Deloitte's chief learning officer, wrote General Assembly said much the same. When we see a trend impacting so many people, we have to take a step back and consider that the system needs to change. Lupe Colangelo, I don't know, director of um, alumni engagement and employer partnerships at a General Assembly, wrote in the report, people clearly need more support to enter the workforce and succeed. We can't expect individual employees to close today's skills gaps on their own. The story was originally featured on Fortune. All right, I just wanted to point out some helpful resources for y'all. I like putting things in the description box to help y'all further improve your skill set. Okay, this is Toastmasters International, as I briefly referenced throughout the article. Okay, if you take a look here, it says all about communication excellence in over 100 years of counting. Toastmasters has been expressing themselves better, practicing, and evaluating in a fun club environment, shining all around, yada, yada, yada. Says joining Toastmasters can help you present well, mentor others, advance your career. All right, so be sure to check out Toastmasters and see if they can be of value to you. Like check with your organization as well, your employer. Sometimes they'll have Toastmasters clubs at these employer organizations free of charge. They pay for it themselves to help y'all improve with that space. Here's another thing here, soft skills from TCM Security. This is entirely free. They just released this, I think, a month or two ago. Okay, soft skills for the job market. This comprehensive course is meticulously designed to equip job seekers with essential soft skills, communication techniques, and job application strategies required to excel in today's competitive job market. Okay, just take a look down here and see what they're talking about. Okay, in the curriculum outline here, communication, general communication, professional and business etiquette, phone etiquette, email communications, writing on emails, resume stuff. I mean, it goes into all kinds of things here. Okay, applying for jobs, interviewing, standout skills, building websites, et cetera, et cetera. I'll have everything in the description box, so be sure to check that out as well. And also, there is another article here that says 8 soft skills Gen Z needs to develop for the workplace, and it goes into some items outlined here. Let's take a quick look here and talk about monotasking, verbal communication, business writing, confident decision making, stress management, negotiation, active listening, evaluating criticism. etc., etc. Okay, I'll have all the stuff in the description box, so be sure to check this out. Like I said, if I'm just covering the basics or the high level overview of things, be sure to take the initiative, go out on the Googles, go out on the AI chatbots, and dig a little bit deeper and see how it can help improve your life, improve your skill set, improve your career. All right, thank you. Like I said, I would not depend on a company to um, improve your skill set. I'll say, like I said, a lot of times you're gonna have to go out and do stuff on your own. That's what taking the initiative is. Like when I had started college years ago, the first class I was in was like IT fundamentals or something like that. The first day, the professor came in and said, "Y'all are not gonna learn everything in school. You're gonna have to take time to do your own research, get on the Googles out there, get on the YouTubes out there, do your own research, and then try to dig deeper into whatever area you are particularly interested in, or maybe you're weak in an area, you want to make improvements in that. You're gonna have to try to do that on your own because you can't just rely on other people to do that for you. And I've had that um, mentality ever since then, even before then, taking the initiative. But that wraps up this video. Hopefully you found this of value. If you did, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Hit that notification bell so you know every time I post. Please hit the comment section with your thoughts and opinions on this. Are you facing similar issues in the environment? What have you done to overcome these problems, etc., etc.? Thank you all for taking the time to watch my video. Have a nice day, and I will see you later.